Because we are going to dig into exactly what is going on and, more importantly, what is coming next. Now, this is fascinating because it shows deficit as a percentage of our total GDP. So how much the United States is spending as a percentage compared to GDP, specifically in years where unemployment was under 6%. Now, right here, this dotted line is actual versus projected. So actual for 2024 was 6.7%. Now, if you just heard 6.7%, doesn't mean that much, but if we look at the last 50 years, right, any time that there was significant deficit spending, on average over the last 50 years, it was 2.4%. 2.4%. The reason why this blows my mind is that something isn't adding up. If you're telling me that in 2024, it was 6.7%, triple the last 50-year average up from 2023, yet the economy is robust, unemployment is low, things are going great, well, then why are we spending like we're in a crisis? Could it be that we're actually in a crisis already? More on that in a second. Now, 2021, right here, right? Like, I mean, this is what? 12%, 13%. That made sense. All that spending made sense. I'm not saying that it should have been spent, but at least the messaging aligned with the spending, right? We were told to our faces, we are going to spend a lot of cash we don't have. We're going to print a lot of money because ultimately we need to keep the economy afloat. Okay, fine. You're at least calling a spade a spade. But this past year, we've been told time and time again, everything's great. Everything's fine. So then why are we spending like it's not? Huh? Who's going to answer that? Especially when we look at the future. So over here, projected 10-year average deficit, 6.3%. So exactly more of what we had this year over the next 10 years. Does this look sustainable to you? Look at history and then look at the future. It does not make sense. No, this is extremely concerning because, again, this tells us that we are already in a crisis and they are spending to cover it up. But then the question you have to ask yourself becomes, how long can they spend like this before they can't cover it up?